All right, I'm back with some more follow-up to the tweet that I've been posting on Twitter to Justin Trudeau and Harris and anybody else there listening amongst the masses. See, now it's getting to a point where, Justin should be adjusting his collar. Now, he may not be, but he should be. Because he's underestimating the people, as I said previously in a previous podcast before this. Now, with everything that's been going on, I've been seeing the pasture being arrested, people protesting in around hospitals, overwhelmed hospitals with COVID patients, according to their statistics and what they say. And all I can say is, we told you this was going to happen a year ago. And, with all the mandates going on right now, Justin, are you listening? And Harris, I'm hoping you're listening because I already put you in checkmate. That's why I'm not addressing you. I'd like to address Obama in a minute. And I will include him in this conversation too because I know he's back there and he's pulling some strings. And of course he is. Okay? Now, Justin, why do I know so much? How am I knowing so much? It's called observing. Observing your behavior, observing these people's behaviors that I'm mentioning here, and seeing exactly what you guys have been doing step by step. And it's all been a strategic operation. And if you guys haven't been aware of it and been taking some, commands by somebody else, then it's those persons and those people who are manipulating their own agenda plan. And you are just a pawn. And maybe, just maybe, this is your way out. Maybe this is your way out because, with the hostage trade that you did, Justin, with the two Michaels. Harris, you're going to want to know about this. See, now you should have no excuse to have any attachments to China. Besides the people that live here, that are from China, and the people that are in China that are from Canada. That should be the only thing. Now, in saying that, are you going to stop making these undercover deals in the background? Yes, you're making undercover deals. It happens all the time, man. It's the way Canada's been working for the last 100 years. Making shady deals. Don't tell me it's not been done. You've been an activist. You've seen it yourself. And you've fought against it yourself. So you know. And you also know that if the Taliban has had any interaction with any of the people you've been making deals with, that is going to be a problem to Miss Harris over there, who is at the moment vice president. And if Canada's under investigation during this whole COVID process, then it's information she's going to need for the future and the president after that. So, guess what? I'm in a win-win situation here, and you can't do shit. Do you see what I've done there, Justin? I've made it so you must listen. As I said in that previous tweet, I'm going to shove it down your throat. And I have other people to back up all the information I talked about and are going to talk about. Now, we can continue on this stuff, or you can start pulling back on these mandates. I'm going to keep informing you, and this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. You're going to start loosening up on all these mandates that have to do with restaurants, that have to do with the schools. You get it down. Okay, we know the numbers are down lower than you're saying it is. The hospitals in Alberta are climbing because Alberta went through their situation. Do I need to go into pipelines and stuff like that? Do I need to go into specifics? Not at this moment, because Justin, I don't want to waste too much of your brainiac time. Which is why I've been in and out of this on this tweet. And I'm keeping it on this tweet as responses. And I'm including Kamala Harris. And I'm including Mr. Obama. Why am I including Mr. Obama? And I will include Mr. Trump too. Because this is an all of us thing. I will include the Mexican government in too, because they are on a need to know that all of this has been a game. Right, Barack? Barack. Yo, dude. We got a history. You and I. Let me get to you. Come here. You're older than I am, so I'll give you the respect. Okay? But your title and your money doesn't impress me. It doesn't impress me one bit. Okay? What does impress me is the fact that you were able to conduct a 20-year operation to take over the United States. Get 3 terms in. Yes, I said 3 because right at this moment we all know Biden's not president. You're the one that's being the president and running the shots. It's just out of sight, out of mind, right? Ha ha ha. I'm not stupid, and the world ain't stupid, and a lot of people are catching a lot of people's slip-ups. And I'm going to quote the same thing that Chuck Schumer quoted. Mr. Chucky, how you doing, bud? I'm going to include you in on this conversation, too, because you're part of the pawns as well. How do you feel being a pawn? We'll get to climate change in a second. How do you feel about being a pawn? Honestly. Honestly. You may be sitting there going, pawn, I'm not a pawn, blah, blah, blah. You're a pawn. I want to thank you. Because you're doing a hell of a job. A hell of a job. You are. I got 2 thumbs up for you. You're doing a hell of a job. A hell of a job. 2 thumbs up. But your buddy over there, Obama, right? Mr. Obama, who's running shit. He's trying to keep things on the low, right? He's been keeping notes on you too. Did you know that? Did you know that? You didn't know that, did you? Everything he's been writing down on you, that's a fucking shady deal. He's been writing down on you. And he will use that against you. Maybe a part of you knows this, and that's why you're still going with the flow on these stupid, ridiculous, pushing the envelope on shit. So when I said this to Obama and quoting what you said, Obama, it's over. 6 ways from Sunday, it's over. Am I making myself clear? Because it's not just me. You've got about 75 million people and counting that are going to, take that, what do you call, you see, the Matrix has this red pill, blue pill thing. Well, there was a quote that Jada Pinkett Smith said at one time, that if you have been scarred all your life, then you wear gold. If you've been scarred, you wear gold. And I'll say this right now. I'm about to gold pill your ass. Gold pill. With the golden knowledge that you guys seem to lack common sense of. the common sense, the common people in Canada, the United States, the traditional values, the shit that you guys have been trying to grow out of the pores of the true Americans, the true human beings, the ones that want to live free and have now been put pretty much under arrest. Freedom's taken away, can't go anywhere, do anything. The world's coming apart, your country's coming apart, left, right, and center the last couple of years. It's just been unfolding in front of your eyes, and you sit there in your ivory towers, looking on your screens, watching the way the world is. They've got a block on you. I have no clue why, but you're not seeing what we are seeing, and you're too busy. It's not too busy, man. You got to have a team that's doing the research and opposition research to your own research. Not all one-sided idiots. So, my hat's off to everybody out there for, this, worldwide search for some unknown, invisible, enemy out there. Okay? Because, it's been quoted a dozen times. I keep thinking that you guys are actually not just searching for this virus, that you're actually searching for somebody. Now, who is that? Who are you looking for, Justin? Obama? Kamala? Who are you guys looking for? Who are you guys actually searching for up here? That the regulations got to be so tight, because we're way past the preservation and the environment thing, because you guys already know Canada is the place to be. It's the cleanest place, the cleanest environment. It's the natural resources are up here. Justin made a great deal. He made a great deal with a bunch of people to sell some land, and now they're moving over here. And, United States is losing out. Everybody else is losing out. But Canada's gaining and pocketing money, giving it to the rich people, transferring it back and forth through bitcoins and shit like that. They're shady deals. Do you see? And we don't even have a sufficient army in this country. And we're swindling and scheming and scamming the entire planet. And now because of back in the 90s, our stress on recycling and stress on changing the world and the environment, now Canada owns the world's, what do you call it? Environmental Safety Act, or whatever you call it. You might as well say they're the WHO. We're the WHO up here. We're telling you guys how it is, because we are doing everything by regulation, and it just seems to be panning out for everybody, even the criminals. Can you see that? Do you see that? It's even panning out for the criminals, because the criminals don't give a shit. If the government's going to give them money, they'll still do their shit and take that money at the same time. Because you do realize that half of these criminals and half of these big bosses are on disability and shit like that. They're getting money off of the government. And that's your fault, because you don't do proper background checks on your criminals. Well, here's to trying to fix what has been transpiring in the past, 10, 15 years now? 20 if you count all the way to 9/11. Ain't that right, Obama? Ain't that right? 30 if you count when you started your project. Wink.